Hello, I'm Nenette and welcome to Nenette Chocolates. In today's video I shall be showing you how to make chocolate shells in professional chocolatiers' moulds. So in the previous demonstrations you will have seen me make ganache, you will also see me temper chocolate. We have brought those things together to make hand-rolled artisan truffles, which were decorated with cocoa powder and with almonds, for example. We also then stepped through to making truffles using hollow pre-made spheres and shells, where you're wanting to make higher volumes of truffles, for example, or just something where each shape is uniform, which is also quite important if you're trying to make an impression. This demonstration is starting along the journey to making truffles using professional chocolatiers' mould trays for chocolate shells. And this is an example of those. So this is a polycarbonate professional chocolate mould. So it's just an A4 sheet of polycarbonate with chocolate shaped indentations in there, as you can see. So this is how it comes, and when you start to make the truffles it's important to clean each of the shapes out. And I've done that already just with a cotton wool pad, for example, just going in and wiping each shape out so you get a nice shiny surface to it, and that really helps create a nice shiny surface to your chocolate as well. So I'll put that to one side, and the one I'm going to show you is this one here. So this one I've already decorated, so this is the subject of another demonstration that you'll see in the future where I can show you how to decorate your own truffles. But more of that another time. So this version here is what we're going to end up with today. So if I just pick one of those truffles out, that shows you what the truffles shells will look like when I've finished using this pre-decorated version here. So let's get on with the process. You've already also seen me temper chocolate. So this is chocolate that I have tempered just before, and I will use this to create the shell. So effectively what I'm wanting to do is line each of these shapes with chocolate. So, and this is the fun bit. You take your tempered chocolate, actually before I go there, what I want to do is just pick this up and just check with my hand against my body temperature that this isn't too cool. If it is, just run the hot air gun, or in my case the hairdryer, just underneath so you don't, just to pick up the heat and get rid of any chill that's on your mould. If the chocolate goes onto a cold surface, it is likely to seize, and it just makes it harder for you to create your chocolate shells. So now that's ready, here we go in with the tempered chocolate. So I'm just pouring chocolate generously over the top of the mould. Another way of doing this would be to put your chocolate in a piping bag and pipe chocolate into each of the shapes. And that's a perfectly legitimate way of doing it instead as well. So I'm just going to take the spatula and just spread the chocolate up that far end like this. And then in my previous demonstrations I would have introduced you to my chocolate scraper. Remember, that's just a metal blade on a plastic handle that you could possibly get in your DIY shop. But the exciting bit with this is just applying with a good amount of downward pressure the blade to the top of your chocolate mould, and as you pull the blade down you are effectively filling each of your chocolate indentations with a full blob of chocolate. So the next thing to do then is clean that off, because otherwise chocolate gets absolutely everywhere, and then just take another swipe over the top just to get rid of any more surplus like that. So you have a nice clean surface like that. So, what next? The chocolate is naturally going to contain air bubbles. So what I want to do is get rid of the air bubbles, because if you have those stuck on the bottom surface of the truffle, i.e. the top of your chocolate, it'll be translated in terms of a hole, which is not something you want on the top of your chocolate. So what I need to do is vibrate those air bubbles away from the top of the chocolate. So this is where it gets noisy. So I'm just going to tap the surface of the table with the mould, and I'll be able to see air bubbles coming to the top as I do that. I think that's enough of that. So, as I said, all I'm doing is looking to line the truffle shells with chocolate rather than having a full chocolate, which is what's going on in here at the moment. So the next thing to do is just tip the truffle tray upside down, mostly over the bowl. I'm just using the plastic of my chocolate scraper against the side of the mould, just cut out the surplus chocolate. You can see it's coming away, and then whilst it's still upside down, just run the blade over the surface of the chocolates and then turn it the right way up to see what you're doing, and just take off the surplus, and again tidy up the edges like so. There we go. And what I would normally do then is just a bit of a clatter, tip that on the table like that, because what that does is persuades the chocolate to come down around the sides of the moulds and create something of a footprint, which helps for the final process, which is sealing the chocolate when we put the ganache filling inside it as well. So for the next demonstration, I will be showing you how we take those truffle shells, which if you remember once they're finished, look like this, and we will then fill those and finish the chocolates off so you can see what they look like at the ends. Thank you very much for watching this demonstration. I'm really interested to know what you think and how you're getting along. And therefore please drop into my website where you'll find a contact page, nenettechocolates.co.uk. And if you have any questions, let me know. Also, don't forget to subscribe and to hit the notification bell, and that way you'll get to know about all the future demonstrations when they arrive.